Hi all, welcome to the Super League Team of the Season predictions. This could be going quite nice actually, some nice individual cards to look forward to. One in particular I think will link up quite fun to a lot of players that they have, namely Haaland, and we'll explain who, and you see him in the thumbnail as well. I'll explain why we think he'll happen. So because Special Leagues would be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GSLegend. All links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below who you think may get a Super League Team of the Season card. We're obviously just trying to kind of go on what we've read of the league in terms of stats and just kind of look at the individual performances as well. So I'm fully aware that some of the players that we have maybe predicted may not happen, but I feel fundamentally looking at the league, Trabzonspor, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray and Istanbul Besiktas, or how they feel like the main four teams that will get players. Alanyaspor, another standout impressive team, and with Fernandez and Papas Cisse standing out. There also is potential for flashbacks and possible objective cards to be whetting our appetite with. One objective card I think could happen could be Demba Ba, simply because he's had a very good season, not had an inform oddly, and this would be the time to really juice up a Demba Ba. Like, could be a nice objective card to kind of work towards. Won't be too difficult, but be a bit of fun if he's like 89 rated with kind of like the right kind of stat increases obviously. So let's delve into the squad for now. Muslera is the main goalkeeper that I would kind of assume he stood out this season for Galatasaray. Kind of could be, if just straight up, could be a fun alternative goalkeeper to a number of options, where he makes starting 11 for a lot of people if they don't rock up with icons. Highly doubt it, but if I got him as a red pick, and if I've got two centre back icons or whatever, then I would definitely give him a bash. And it's not exactly hard if you've say got like Red Godin for example, and say an icon centre back, to rock him up in net and at least give him a try, see what he's like. Chani Erkin been very impressive this season for Besiktas for what I've read, and I've watched quite a lot of the games as well. For the Turkish league, I always like kind of watching Turkish league, usually in like the mornings before some of the afternoon games, and it's good to watch them. But Erkin, I remember his team season a few years ago that I packed, and that was a disgusting card. This card, if boosted right, I would imagine could kind of fit the same bracket, if not better. Could be quite neat. Cliche, he's been due an inform quite a few times. I've had him in predictions I think like 3 or 4 times, hasn't happened, and I feel he would definitely deserve a Team of the Season card. Could be like up there with like one of his best ever. I don't think he's had anything major really that would say, but regardless, this would be a fun card to have, I think, for a lot of people, especially since he's French, so that's kind of what helps. It's like a strong nation making all the difference. Then following on with the left backs yet again, we have Novak of Trabzonspor. Now yes, there is a trend that 3 left backs I've gone for. I'm going to assume somewhere there is a centre back or a right back within the league. I know some people might say like Kaikara or Mariano for example, but from a right back view, centre backs, you'll get those that will say Vida potentially, but I just feel looking at when I've looked over the highlights, looked over the stats, I feel it's 3 left backs is where it stood out most. Could be completely wrong, but as we said, it's just a predictions. It's for you guys to kind of, especially those that follow the league as well, you guys might know a bit better than me. Like, I'm relying on stats, what I've watched of the league, and also going through obviously my own Team of the Week predictions of where do these kind of like players rank within the league, to kind of help me out. Visca kind of seems academic for what I've watched, and like he's been very good in Europe as well. Like I would assume, like going as a suspicion, I would assume anywhere from like 92 to 94. So that's why I went 93, kind of logically. Thought, let's go in the middle. 92, 94 rated card, let's go in the middle. But 93 rated card seems about right. Could be, it just seems like these days he just seems to get like a Team of the Season card. He's kind of established as one of the best players within the league. and fair play to the guy. He's made Turkey's own, and fair play to the guy. Sosa, another player that always seems to get a team of the season card, former AC Milan player, does really well in Turkey these days. Trabzonspor having a good season in general. Rating is up in there though, because I know a lot of people will think there has been talk of a higher rated card for him. And I wouldn't be surprised if, because looking at how they've boosted some of the cards for Saudi for example, and even EFL, the 89 that I've given could easily go 91, 92 because of how they've been boosting cards obviously. So that's something to factor in, because if you think about it, if you've been one of the best players in the league, usually that's when the boost is maybe a bit more substantial. So that's maybe why 91, 92 could happen. I've just went 89, just going on a rough boost to kind of keep consistency is what I felt, and obviously it's just a prediction. Now Akami, this dude was predicted for, he was nominated for the Golden Boy Award, and he's been very, very impressive for what I've watched of Trabzonspor this season. I think position is the only thing that's up in the air, I think, looking at some of the stats I've seen, but regardless, could be a fun winger. He could easily even be an objective or an SBC throughout the week. Another alternative to Simon and all that kind of link up to Ndidi type of element as well. So see what happens. Junior Fernandez, he obviously has an inform, but he's been due an inform multiple times this year, and when you're that consistent, you're going to get noticed. And I feel team seasons likely I'm maybe doing a dishonour, giving him only an 80, like an 87, 88, but he could easily be a 90 rated card and be a bit of fun. So we'll see what happens. Now I've went with Miriki because Falcao, for me, I feel just hasn't done enough. Like, he's not played enough games in the league. Yes, he's got a lot of goals, but he's not played as many games as like your likes of Miriki within the league. There's a lot of players up front. Like, for me, the two locks are Cisse and Sorloth. The third striker is up in the discussion. They may not go 3 strikers, they may go 2, and they may go like another. They might go 5 midfielders. Miriki, for me, I feel though just has sneaked in just enough, despite his discipline issues, and that's where he kind of lets himself down. So we'll see what happens. But Cisse been a big reason for Alanyaspor's very impressive season, and I would say could easily be given a very, very juicy card. I've maybe, as I said, I've maybe done him a bit of disjustice. He could be up like 90, 91 rated and have a lot of fun into the bargain. I think a lot of Newcastle fans would love that type of card, especially since it would be like a throwback to when he was at Newcastle. For me, it's more when he was at Freiburg. His informs back at Freiburg, I was a big fan of back in the day. And then the last player is Sorloth, the Norwegian striker, formerly of Crystal Palace. Has been tearing it up in Turkey this season, absolutely running riot, and he's even been touted to get a transfer for like 60-70 million euros or something to like Real Madrid and Barcelona and all this type of thing, all just because of one good season in Turkey. But that's what sometimes happens, you can run right in a league. But 91 seems about logical, might even be even more, could be like a 92. But this card, if you've got Haaland's future stars or potential team of the season card, for example, when that comes, this card could run absolutely riot. Could be very difficult to deal with physically because he's like 6'4", 6'5", throwing good pace, good shooting. Yeah, he's going to be hard to kind of deal with. But as I said, with the objectives and SBC card, you've got like Demba Batty factor, and you could have Falcao. There's plenty of flexibility to this. There genuinely could be some good fun cards to look forward to with the Super League. I expect this to be overall up there for like one of the best small leagues to work with, but obviously it depends on kind of the boost. That's all it comes down to. It's just the boost, and who gets in. Obviously, there might be a silver I've missed somewhere. I think there's a couple that spring to mind, but it depends if they happen or not. I was like, because it's 11 players that you can only factor for is what makes it hard. Well, let me know, folks, as I said, in the comments below if there is anyone that I may have missed, and also who you think may get a team of the season card for the Super League. Smash the like as always, folks, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G the Legend, and I will catch you all later.